Hey guys! Guess I gotta record an intro for this video, even though we all know why we're here. If you know me, hi! And if you don't know me, here's what's going on. I'm a big fan of Minecraft game shows, even though I'm in my 20s. And I'm also a college student, and I study statistics, and I know a lot about like analytics and stuff. And you know, I guess I could apply this by like getting an internship or a job or some bullshit like that, but I'm gonna do something silly instead, and I'm gonna rank every Total Drama Minecraft contestant there ever was, and finding out who the GOAT is. Let's go! Total Drama Minecraft is a Minecraft game show by DanHanDan that's been airing for 10 years, and as a 10th anniversary treat, Season 10 is coming out after a hiatus of over 6 years. This is the kind of show that if you get it, you get it. If you found TDM in like elementary school, it's the coolest thing you've ever seen, and the show will become a part of you for the rest of your life. But otherwise, it's still a fun watch. But me? I've got a degree in statistics and a hyperfixation, so naturally, we're gonna make some magic happen here tonight. We're determining who the best players in Total Drama Minecraft are, using hard data. Everything in this video is based on real evidence derived from the game show, so if you disagree with anything I say, you're really disagreeing with yourself, so you should consult professional services, because you may be a little insane. Let's talk methods. What makes someone good at Total Drama Minecraft? There are a few skills you need to succeed in any generic season. In the beginning, your team winning challenges is good because it keeps you out of danger from being voted out, and later on, the teams merge together and you compete as an individual, but votes still happen occasionally. Based on this foundation, the essential skills are winning as a team, winning by yourself, and surviving votes. To measure these skills, I ran through each season and tracked every challenge and vote outcome. And then I came up with the statistic of wins over expected. Whoa! I'm not going to explain this too much, but basically when dealing with events that have a successful outcome, like a challenge, the expected value of the event is how likely the success is if anyone involved is behaving randomly. So if there are two teams in a challenge, the expected value is 1/2, because each team would have a 50% chance of winning. So we can add how many times a contestant won a challenge, or whatever we're focused on, then divide it by the sum of their expected values of each event. A simple example would be Cameron from Season 1. He played in 2 team challenges and won one of them. So his total expected value is 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1, so his WOE score for team challenges is 1 win over 1 expected win, which is 1. This means he performed completely on average. If someone has a WOE score above 1, they perform better than expected, and the opposite for scores below 1. You'll get it, don't worry. Additionally, a nice encompassing variable to consider is how long someone lasts on average. So we have the survival percentage statistic, which is calculated by dividing the number of eliminations someone survived by the total amount of eliminations that season, and averaging it out across multiple seasons if necessary. For example, Dark Day of Doom played on 2 seasons and survived half of the eliminations each time, getting 5th on a 9-player season and 7th on a 13-player season, giving them a score of 0.5. So we have 4 statistics in total: elim survival percentage, team WOE, solo WOE, and vote WOE. Now it should be noted that in statistics more data is better, so our scores will work best on contestants who have played many seasons. So for one-timers, I'll make judgment calls on who is better. Why do I get to make the judgment calls? Because I watched every fucking season before this. That's why. I'm the biggest fan there ever was. This show runs through my veins like blood. You can never compete with me. Stop trying. Okay, let's get to the list. Tier list. Yay, I love tier lists. Let's go. We're gonna rank all the contestants. Yeah! First off, we've got the very, very bottom. In Total Drama Minecraft history, there are 6 contestants who pulled up, got first out, and were never heard from again. Frankly, there's no objective way to rank them, so the best we can do is look at the circumstances of their elimination and decide who was the most robbed, so to speak. Now, the worst contestant of all time, number 51 on our list, is Tyler the Penguin from Season 7. He lost the sand digging challenge and was eliminated in 15th place. Similarly, number 50 goes to the fan favorite GamerShan05 from Season 1, who was also bested in the iconic sand pit. The only difference is Shan was beaten by 8 people, while Tyler was beaten by 14, so Tyler sucked a little bit more. At number 49, it's another Challenge 1 loser, Addy from Season 5. Well, this challenge was more skill-based, climbing up the mountain. What's interesting is that Addy was not the last one up the mountain, but was the last person to hit the single pressure plate because people got in his way. That's how it was done back then, folks. This is archaic stuff. He's arguably more robbed than the first two, so here he is. And at number 48, it's my GOAT, Buggy King 25. He was the first player voted out of Season 9, but it was close, as the vote was 4-3. Now at number 47, it's a one-of-a-kind elimination. It's Get Killed from Season 3. He got out because he was simply not picked for a team, so he never even played a challenge or attended the vote. If this happened to me, I'd be pissed. But at least it wasn't pure luck. Speaking of pure luck, at number 46 we got CJ from Season 4, who got out on a sheep hot foot. His sheep caught on fire in 1 second. Heartbreaking. We'll never know what could have been. Well, maybe we do, because he was also first out from Last Player Standing, which is Dan's other show. Now, we got some more people on the D tier. It does not stop at the one-timers. At 45, it's T-Rex from Season 2. He never won a challenge or survived a vote, but technically he was not the first one out. He's got Ace Rider to thank for that. And at 44, it's Dead Yet from Season 8, who survived 1 vote before coming 15th out of 16. And at 43, we got Audio from Season 6, voted out 2nd. Should have known more people before the season. Rounding off the D tier, we have 2 contestants who played twice. The worst returning contestant of all time at number 42 is Aiden from Seasons 3 and 4. This kid's record is absolute ass. 2nd boot twice. And he only survived the first boots because he was made a captain in the Season 3 team picking elimination. And his sheep was a little bit more locked in than CJ's. And the final member of the D tier at 41, it's Billy from Seasons 8 and 9. I like Billy, he's made some good shows, but he's the owner of the worst placement in TDM history at 16th place. And he's only survived 1 vote and won 1 team challenge. I would not bet on him to win a season anytime soon. In this tier, we'll find some contestants who did well, maybe didn't make the merge, but definitely not the bottom of their cast. And some returning players as well. At number 40, it's a guy who was kind of robbed. It's Sync from Season 4. He was probably the best player on his team, but his team still lost the first challenge, and right afterwards the entire cast got to vote someone out, so the team with more players who were scared of him used their votes to take him out at 11th. And at 39, we got Unique from Season 9, who won 2 team challenges, but was voted out on his 2nd loss. Now at 38, it's Uber from Season 5, who never won a team challenge, but also never lost a solo challenge, so his numbers slightly edge Unique's. And at 37, it's Zinni, also from Season 5, who had a wild season. She survived the first 2 votes of the season, and then pulled a win in the maze, only to be voted back into the maze by her team, and get eliminated in a 1v1 by the eventual winner of the season. Now our 3rd entry from Season 5 in a row is Killer Miner at number 36. I deadass forgot this guy existed. If you remember this guy, you're even more jobless than me. Next, an OG makes an appearance at 35 with Cameron from Season 1. Crazy to think that Zinni was fighting for her life to get 11th place, while Cameron got 6th for basically just showing up. I think he knew Dan in real life though, so I'm sure he had fun. And at 34, it's Dark Cyan from Season 9, who got blindsided on the vote that eliminated Unique and then was slaughtered by NetDoggy in a 1v1. Now the stats do glaze Dark Cyan a little bit. That solo win stat comes from them winning the first challenge of the season, which only had 2 winners out of 14, so it's a very low expected win rate. And at 33, we got Lay Awesome of Season 1, who finished in the middle of his cast with a respectable run. The remaining players of the C tier are veteran players that the stats do not look kindly upon. First, at number 32, it's Alan AJ McCracken. This may be a tough pill to swallow for some fans, but it doesn't matter how many iconic quotes you have, Alan underperforms in every category. And he's the only person to quit the show without an elimination, which he has done twice. Best he ever did was 4th on a 9-player season, so he belongs here in the low middle. Next, at number 31, it's another shocker. It's Finn. Finn is weird because he has put together a good run getting top 5 in Season 8, but he is pretty unreliable. He is one of the contenders for the worst team competitor of all time. going 4 for 12 in team challenges. His solo win stat is booty as well, and his vote stat doesn't come close to making up for it in other stats. Remember, we're here for science. You could still root for Finn on Season 10, but right now, he's mincemeat. And rounding out the C tier at number 30, it's Xbox. He goes even on team comps, but the only solo game he's won is the original Sand Digging. He probably could have just gone up a tier if he didn't play Season 6, but the legacy just isn't there. I can tell you right now, this is the tier that's going to lose me some friends. At 29, we have OCJ from Season 9, whose numbers actually look pretty solid here, but 9th on a 14-player season just isn't special enough. Good luck on Season 10 to CJ. And at 28, it's Brad from Season 5. He was alright, but watching him it's not surprising, he only played once. His behavior was kind of a little like, you know when you play a game show, and like there's this one guy who's just like doesn't listen to the host and is like always jumping around and punching people. Brad is kind of like, he's kind of like the archetype. Like he created that archetype. So pretty this isn't on the script, but whatever. At 27 we got Princeton from Season 4, who is on one of the most successful teams in this show's history, only to be voted out the second they lost. Next up at 26, it's Tyler Elite Sniper from Seasons 1 and 2. This kid spans the whole leaderboard, getting 7th and then 2nd. Thoroughly redeeming himself, but none of his numbers stand out. But he made it to the finale, so let's recognize that for a second. The first member of our top half at 25 is DanHanDan, who's a bit of an anomaly. In 3 seasons of the show, he's never won a solo challenge, which unsurprisingly does not yield the best results for him. But in the case of Season 3, which had the most team comps in the show's history, he was able to clean up as one of the historic Lime Team's members. That took him all the way to the top 5. Moving on, we got a pocket of Season 9 one-timers who have rankings that actually disagree with their placements on the season. Interesting stuff. Spot 24 goes to Dusky, who got top 6 on Season 9, and then above him at 22, it's Ned, who got out the episode right before him. Looking at direct comparison, Ned played in 2 duels that bounced out his solo WoW score, while Dusky was eliminated on the team challenge, which tanked his team WoW. So if they both played again, stats say Ned would do better. And now at 21, it's Dark Day of Doom, who played 2 seasons and finished in the exact middle each time. The definition of mid. But his comp scores are pretty good, and they boost him up. Now, fellas, I gotta be honest. The video up until this point has been complete hogwash. Nonsense. Pure opinions, rarely consulting the numbers I spent days calculating and collecting. But the good news is, those days are over, because out of the 20 remaining contestants, 16 of them can be marked as having significant data. In this case, having played at least 2 seasons, and having participated in at least 5 solo comps, team comps, and votes, giving them enough data for me to feel comfortable relying on it more. There are 18 of these players total, and we've passed 2 of them already with Finn and Alan. But now that we're getting into the real data, this is what truly separates the champ from the chump. Now let's go. At number 20, it's Exeat! I said we were getting intense, y'all. We got a winner at number 20. Exeat is the best solo challenge player TDM has ever seen, but we can also clearly tell the rest of his numbers are cheeks. Bottom 3 significant player in all categories outside of solo challenges. Only player to be voted out twice in one season, but he's still a legend or whatever. And at number 19, this is another one you guys aren't gonna like. It's the Spanish. It's Luigi. In 4 seasons, the best Luigi has ever done is 5th place. But he hasn't really had a bad season either. His best strength is actually his team skills, where he's close to average. But he is one of the worst solo competitors, only outranking Alan among significant competitors. And at 18, it's Ace Rider. I honestly thought Ace Rider would show up sooner, since I can always count on him to lose a season. But his challenge skills actually boost to the higher end of the significant players. But his average is impressively bad for someone who's played it 9 times. And he's been voted out a record 6 times. We got one more shockwave to send through this B tier, as closing it out at number 17 is Phoebe. Once again, we're talking hard numbers. The Season 6 run was inspiring, but none of the stats stand out. Even with 3 top 5 finishes, the 12th on Season 7 tanked the red stat, so good luck on getting that back up in Season 10. Everyone who made it to this tier should be goddamn proud of themselves. Everyone left has at least one impressive run, and first up, we got a one-timer. At number 16 is Mariah. I don't know what it is about that Season 8 6th place run, but the stats just eat it up. Maybe it's because she went above average on team comps and was never voted out and made it deep on the biggest cast in history. Or maybe I just wanted to put her in the top 20, so there'd be like a big transition there. Alright, at 15, we got Falcon King. If we want to talk about complete dominance of an aspect of the game, Brian has never lost a team challenge, going 10 for 10. The 3 teams in TDM history that have never lost all had Brian on them. The reason he isn't on the significant list is because he's not gone to enough votes because he's never lost a team challenge. And Brian has only been eliminated in build-offs, which is really funny because he builds for strikeout. Now, on to the significant players. At 14, it's Infernox. He stacks up really well in survival with a middle and a finale performance, but his solo game isn't all that, putting him tied for 11th on the significant list. But I'm still expecting a deep run from the Fox in Season 10. Next up at 13, we got Breakjack. You can't tell from the numbers, but Jack here is 4 for 4 on making the merge, a consistency champ. Unfortunately, he lost all his aura when he voted himself out on Season 9. And at 12, hold on to your horses, it's Chalky. You would expect the guy who played every season with 3 finale appearances to have consistent stats, and Chalky definitely does. Nothing about his game works against him, but he just isn't exceptional in any category. Good luck on Season 10 to the Chalky Bear. And at 11, we got the Wizard! It's Merlin. A top 2 survivalist and a top 3 vote survivor among the significant players, Merlin's 2-season run is definitely notable. But the challenge game does not live up, so he falls out just outside the top 10. This top 10 is big time, folks. Only the Titans remain. Now at number 10, it's Fudge. Wait, don't click off, stay with the video. Stay with me, don't click off the video, please stay on the video. Now Fudge is the undisputed queen of voting. What Falcon is to team games, Fudge is to votes. Except she's not just 10 for 10, she's 14 for 14. Unfortunately, you can't achieve that stat line without being a little shitty at team challenges, going 8 for 22. But it's not like she's bad at the game because she holds her own in the solo score. Some advice for playing with Fudge, do not join her team. And at number 9, it's Darkflame. After looking at these numbers, we can conclude he is one of the GOATs of challenges, one of the GOAT mans, if you'd say, one of the GOAT men. In Season 5, his IGN was GOAT man. This isn't on the script, I just thought I would throw that in there. I thought of it like off the dome type shit, whatever. Darkflame is one of the GOAT men of challenges, going 8 for 12 in team games and second only to Exdic in solo games. However, he is counteracted by rough voting performances, only surviving 3 out of 5 times. If he can survive only a couple votes on Season 10, he's well equipped to take it all, so it'll be interesting to watch. And now at 8 is Sander, making him our median winner, also our 3rd winner in the row on this list. Sander, like Fudge, is a vote surviving legend, going 11 for 11. As a matter of fact, on Season 4, Fudge and Sander survived 5 votes together. And unlike Fudge, he's a reliable team player. However, a couple early exits took his survival stat down, so he settles for an illustrious 8th place. And at 7, it's perhaps one of the hidden bosses of the TDM franchise, it's Robe. Perhaps the first significant player to show up without a glaring weakness. He performs well above average in 3 of our categories, and close to average in solo games. He's 2 for 3 on going deep, and his only real stumble came from a double elimination where his team, who won the team challenge, went into a PvP battle royale. That's right, it takes a complete disregard of what's fair in the TDM format to stop Robe. He's a perfect gatekeeper for what comes next. Only the truth remains from here on out. 6 players left. One of them is the greatest of all time. And this is not any of my bias, because these are who our ranking claimed were the top 6 from the very beginning. Let's get started. At number 6 we have Flores. Wow, who expected Flores to be this high? Higher than his brother who's actually won a season. Well, the numbers say that he definitely belongs here. They say he's the best team player on the significant list, and 3rd best overall behind Dark Day and Falcon. And on top of that, he's never had a bad run, going 6th in Season 4, and to the finale in Season 5. And the one time he was voted out came immediately after he got switched onto a new team, by the way. Flores is potentially a sneaky winner pick for the upcoming Season 10. Let's see how that goes, whatever. At number 5, some of you may be shocked, but the real ones know. It's Nate Link Master 13! Look at his numbers, man! He's not on the significant list, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's played 3 seasons. How is he not on the significant list? Because he hasn't lost enough! He's survived 2 for 2 votes, and he's 9 for 11 in team games. And on top of that, he's got no bad outings with 2 top 3 performances. Even if his solo comp game isn't that special, he got 3rd on Season 7, which had the longest post-merge of any season. He survived 5 solo comps consecutively to get there. This is someone you should bet on if you ever get the chance. And now at number 4, sample size be damned, it's Samsel. The raw numbers have this guy at number 1, and you may be thinking that's because he only has 1 season. That's probably true, but the season he won, arguably one of the best winning performances of all time. Going above average in team comps, surviving 7 challenges, and to think he was seconds away from going home first. While the S tier had 6 people in it, the truth is we've got a big 3. If any of these 3 are your GOAT, it's respect from me. But what do the numbers say? At number 3, it's the guy who I thought had this in the bag. It's Striker. On Season 3, Striker put up the single greatest season ever, hitting a perfect 7 for 7 in team games to avoid going to any votes, and cleaning up Fudge and Sander, 2 very strong players, in the finale. Then he came back and it seemed like his team dominance wouldn't end, going 4 for 5, and he made it to top 4. He's also perfect on votes, going 6 for 6. If you only look at his first 2 seasons, he would be 2nd in both solo and team comps, and absolutely would shoot up to 1st in this list. But he lands here at the bronze medal. Going from dominant back-to-back seasons to dominant back-3-back seasons, in the silver spot, it's Jarrett. I want everyone watching to take a long hard look at his survival score, 0.952. If he were to walk onto Season 10, a 19-player cast, history says he would win. Unheard of to maintain a number that high for 3 seasons. Obviously, he's never been voted out, going 10 for 10, and his solo record is wild too, 17 for 22. Easily a fearsome competitor, but his downfall is his team performance. He's only won 5 of 12, and on his winning season he actually went 0 for 3. He gets to the end, but he makes it hard for himself early on. If he cleaned that up a bit, it's undisputed. But we don't live in that world, so there's only one man left. Standing alone at the top, the number 1 Total Drama Minecraft player of all time is Lewis. Unlike the fallen players before him, he doesn't have one stat where he falters, or where he shines, to be honest. That's because he does it all. Well above average in the 1.1s in all 3 WoW categories. And a survival percentage that projects him to get a deep merge run on any season. Season 1 obviously highlights him the most, but going 4 for 5 on team comps in Season 4 is special as well. His only losses came from losing a maze by pixels to Exiac, getting voted out on a 3-person team, and trivia. Absolutely the most reliable player we've ever seen, deserving of number 1. Is this set in stone? No. Season 10 is around the corner and we could have a new champ within a month. But for now, statistics don't lie. so any disagreement you have should not be directed towards me, but towards a wall or a geriatric family member. But one thing we can all agree on is that I'm wasting my degree and my time. But maybe I'm wasting some of your time as well, which is wholesome. Should I do this again? Let me know. Bye.